Hello everyone, Doug from Pinetree Line, out here in the backcountry enjoying what's left of winter, actually spring. It's Easter Sunday actually, and we still got quite a bit of snow in the bush, but temperatures are rising. It's about 0 today. With temperatures getting in the double digits, things are going to start melting, and the snow is going to get really soft and granular. It's actually granular now, but because I'm here fairly early in the morning, it's still pretty hard packed, so I'm able to get on top of the snow for the most part. I'm not sinking very much, so it's a good time to go. But this will be it. This will be the last snowshoe experience of the year for me. Kind of the cool thing about this time of year is not only being able to walk on top of the snow rather easily, but you're hearing a lot of birds. There's been some reports in the area of some bears. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be out looking for food. So you got to be, you still got to start being diligent about how you carry food, how you cook food in the outdoors this time of year, because it starts all over again. So I don't really have any food on me. So unless I'm the food, hopefully not, I'm not too concerned about it. But it's nice here in the bush and everything come alive, and it's a beautiful day. The sun's shining. There's a little bit of a breeze, but other than that, it's actually really nice out here. So, you know, you're going to put a sweat on. When you're snowshoeing, you're going to layer up. I currently have a base layer and 2 additional layers, which is probably 1 layer too much. You should actually start out when you're snowshoeing to be a little bit cold, because you're going to warm up, and then you can add layers from there if need be. So I wanted to talk about today, guys, is something that happened recently that was kind of interesting to say the least, regarding my old logo. And if you check that logo out, you'll see me in many videos wearing this toque, a ball cap with the same logo. So I just want to give you a little bit of history behind that, and then kind of ties into what happened recently. When I first started this channel a long time ago, 2017, I've mentioned this in other videos, but I'll tell the story again. Basically, the idea behind, or the genesis behind the channel was to find something to do to replace all the crazy busy stuff I was doing with my kids, because they played high-level baseball, both my son and my daughter, and it required a lot of traveling from where I live down to Toronto, which probably most of you have heard of, which is about a 4-hour drive. So that was an every weekend kind of thing, and I was extremely busy, and it was very rewarding. Loved every minute of it. But there comes a time when that kind of dissipates. The kids are moving on to other things. My son went to play ball in university, so did my daughter, and they didn't really need me to be driving them around anymore. So I decided to start a YouTube channel, and basically trying to figure out what I could talk about or what I could do. And I did have a huge interest in the outdoors when I was younger, when I was spending a lot of time with my grandfather in the outdoors. And basically I thought, well, this is, perhaps a good idea. I can do this, or share my experiences, and maybe encourage other people to get outside, because I'm not exactly Mr. Athlete. And on a lot of YouTube channels, you might see these super fit people who are out there doing stuff, and I just thought, you know what, anybody can go do it if they really want to. So I thought this was a good opportunity for me to kind of encourage other people like me to get outside, get some exercise, and just have a good time with it. So with that, I decided what I was going to name the channel, and I named the channel originally Pinetree Line Outdoors. The Pinetree Line basically represents a line of radar bases that were constructed in Canada, which were air defense radar bases. And there was one located in our area. So it was located on the Pinetree Line. So I thought, pine tree has to do with the outdoors. The Pinetree Line, something that interests me, and outdoors, well, so be it. Eventually the channel is morphed into just being called Pinetree Line, and that's what it is. So that's the story behind that. But with that, I needed a logo, and a girl, Mel from work, said, oh, I'll design you a logo. So she came up with this logo, which the 3 trees represent myself and my 2 kids, and basically the line underneath, and it was pretty simple stuff. And I used that logo for quite a while, until I kind of upgraded that logo later on through a merchandiser who was selling my merchandise for a little bit, which was basically merchandise that was bought by supporters of the channel, family and friends. Not a whole lot of product went out, but a couple $100 was raised. My portion of the proceeds, and I donated those to Big Brothers of Sudbury. So I didn't take any money for any of the merchandise that was bought. I took the money and donated it back to the community through Big Brothers. So having a little bit of merchandise, I decided I would buy a few items myself, naturally, and I could wear them in videos and just kind of promote my own brand. Not necessarily to sell more products, although that would be nice because it could donate more money, but more or less just to kind of get the name out there and what I was trying to do and just encouraging people to get outside. You know, one of the things I did buy was this toque, which ultimately got me in a little bit of trouble. I've been wearing this stuff for, you know, quite a few years. During the pandemic, the retailer that was making my merchandise and shipping it out and what have you closed. So that was kind of the end of the chapter on that. With that, my website closed because they were running the website. Now would be a good time to change the logo. Another reason why I wanted to change the logo around that time is I have been watching Joe Robinet videos just prior to me changing the logo that one of the companies he was affiliated with was the Hidden Woodsman. Started noticing there was a pretty big similarity between my logo and the Hidden Woodsman logo. I did change the logo. Too many similarities to that logo. It was time for a change anyways, with the website closing down, no more manufacturing of my clothing with that particular logo. As time has wore on, I've continued to wear the ball cap and this particular toque, basically to keep my head warm, and wearing the hat just to keep the sun off my head. Not really thinking that anything would come of it, basically in terms of it being an issue because of the similarity between the logos that the logo that I had and Malcolm's logo at the Hidden Woodsman. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, I had a contest, if you remember, if you were a watcher of the channel. I was giving away some Lashy Outdoors Possibles pouches and bags during the giveaway, and I did a YouTube short announcing the winners of the giveaway, and I happened to be wearing this toque. Hey guys, Doug from Pinetree Line, and recently we had a giveaway video a couple of weeks ago, and I'm here to announce the winners of the giveaway. It was snowing out, my head was cold, I put the toque on. Shortly thereafter, I got bombarded with some messages on Instagram and on the YouTube channel accusing me of stealing the Hidden Woodsman logo and what was I doing, all this kind of stuff, which really kind of shocked me. It took me by surprise. It all kind of happened at one time because I haven't used the logo in like 3 years, so I didn't really think much of it. Clearly, my logo does look a lot like his. It is his logo originally, and yeah, I was in the wrong, and it's been changed for 3 years, but I mean, you know, just the fact that I was still wearing it and wearing it in videos, and some of these videos are actually reaching supporters of him, and other people might get the wrong idea that somehow there's some kind of affiliation, or that I'm ripping Malcolm off, and that's couldn't be further from the truth. I have the utmost respect for Malcolm the Hidden Woodsman and his company. He's the GOAT in terms of making handmade packs and Possibles pouches and bags and all that kind of great stuff. He's the originator. He's the GOAT, and I have nothing but respect. Me wearing the logo still is my mistake, and I'm going to correct that mistake by not wearing the logo anymore. I know I wear the stuff, and I know that Jamie's worn the stuff in videos too, and it's, again, nothing against Malcolm or the Hidden Woodsman. We love his products. We think he's an originator in our community, and I have nothing bad to say and no issue there. A lot of people came to his defense and were upset with me. I just kind of wanted to share with you the story to let you know that these guys are working really hard to develop their product and brand, and they're out there working day and night. And if we didn't have people like him, originators in our community, a lot of the stuff we'd be using wouldn't be the same, wouldn't be, the quality it is, and stuff that lasts a lifetime. So I highly encourage you to go to Malcolm's website, hiddenwoodsman.com, check out his stuff, buy his stuff. I am affiliated with Malcolm. I'm a big supporter of Malcolm, so don't come at me anymore, people. It's all good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.